Emmanuel Macron would lose to Marine Le Pen in the first round of the French presidential election with 25% of the votes, according to the latest poll. The latest Ipsos poll found Emmanuel Macron would lose his presidential seat to National Rally leader Marine Le Pen. The Eurosceptic politician would beat the French president by 1.5% of the votes in the first round, at 26.5%. Mr. Macron would come second with 25%, followed by Bertrand, Jadot and Mélenchon respectively placed with 15, 10 and 10% of the votes. The right-wing nationalist was also poised to take a record-high share of the vote in a final-round presidential runoff, according to a survey by the Harris Interactive. The poll put Ms. Le Pen close on the heels of the French president with 48% of the vote if the election took place today, while Mr. Macron would be narrowly re-elected with 52%. The worrying polling for Mr. Macron comes as Ms. Le Pen criticized him for not closing French borders quickly enough amid the coronavirus pandemic. The two leaders in France are set for a long war of words ahead of the vote in 2022, but Mr. Macron has also faced pressure from his own party in recent months. In 2017, Mr. Macron, who at the time was a debutante politician running as an independent candidate, crushed Ms. Le Pen with 66% to her 34%. The first round of the presidential election is due to take place in April 2022. The second round is held 2 weeks later between the two candidates who received the most votes. During his presidency, Mr. Macron has had to grapple with the coronavirus pandemic. France has been one of the worst-hit countries, with the sixth highest number of cases and seventh highest death toll. The French president has also faced waves of anti-government, yellow vests protests. The movement started in November 2018 and has seen violent clashes between demonstrators and police. The protests were sparked by fuel price rises but have since become a broader movement. To make things worse for the French president, Mr. Macron is now under pressure from sanitary advisors, who are encouraging him to adopt a preventative lockdown to avoid hospitals from being overwhelmed by COVID-19 patients. A third lockdown would mean that the economy would take another hit, while the French are growing increasingly fed up with almost a year of government-imposed restrictions on their lives, already under a 6 p.m. curfew and with some businesses by now closed for months. Mr. Macron apparently feels that there is a growing possibility of civil unrest. According to an Allied poll, 38% of French citizens are against a third national lockdown.